On February 15, 2003, a heist occurred that would go down in history as one of the most daring and meticulously planned robberies ever carried out. It happened in Antwerp, Belgium, at the prestigious Antwerp Diamond Center, known for being a hub for high-value gemstones and precious metals. The Diamond Vault, which was thought to be impenetrable, was the target of a criminal mastermind, Leonardo Notarbartolo, and his team of thieves. What happened next would change the diamond industry and raise questions about security that would take years to unravel. Leonardo Notarbartolo was no stranger to the criminal world. A seasoned thief with a history of involvement in diamond thefts, Notarbartolo's heist at the Antwerp Diamond Center was meticulously planned. He had the inside knowledge, the resources, and the connections needed to pull off a crime of this magnitude. What made this heist so remarkable wasn't just the value of the stolen items, but the way in which Notarbartolo and his team managed to bypass sophisticated security systems without leaving a trace. The planning of the heist took months, possibly even years. Notarbartolo and his crew spent significant time studying the layout of the building, learning the routines of the security staff, and identifying weaknesses in the vault's security system. The vault had been considered nearly impenetrable, with multiple layers of security, including a sophisticated alarm system, cameras. The night before the heist, Notarbartolo and his crew made their move. They arrived at the Antwerp Diamond Center late at night, under the cover of darkness. They disabled the security cameras by cutting the wires, carefully bypassed the alarm systems, and then proceeded to the vault. For hours, the thieves worked, silently cracking open the vault and removing millions of dollars worth of diamonds, gold, and other precious items. They were in and out with incredible precision, leaving behind no trace of their presence. The next morning, the world would wake up to the shocking news that the vault had been breached, and millions of dollars worth of diamonds and gold had disappeared. Police were called to the scene, but despite the sophisticated security systems, there was no clear evidence of how the thieves had gained access to the vault. Investigators immediately began questioning the staff and reviewing security footage, but there was no clear suspect. No alarms had gone off, and there were no signs of forced entry. As the investigation began, the police were left with more questions than answers. One of the first leads pointed to Leonardo Notarbartolo, who had been seen near the Diamond Center in the days leading up to the heist. He had an extensive criminal background, and his name was already known to the authorities in connection with several other thefts. But despite the suspicions, there was no concrete evidence linking Notarbartolo to the crime at that time. Months passed with no significant breakthroughs in the case. However, investigators soon began to notice a pattern of strange activity involving Notarbartolo and his associates. They uncovered evidence that Notarbartolo had been involved in suspicious financial transactions, which appeared to be linked to the stolen diamonds. This was the first major break in the case. Investigators began to piece together a network of criminals who were potentially involved in the heist, including several accomplices who had helped Notarbartolo carry out the crime. It wasn't until months later that investigators were able to make a critical breakthrough. They discovered hidden diamonds and other valuable items in Notarbartolo's possession. These diamonds were later confirmed to be part of the stolen loot. The discovery came when the police raided Notarbartolo's residence in Italy, where they found diamonds stashed in hidden compartments and carefully wrapped in cloth. The diamonds had been expertly removed from the Antwerp Diamond Center's vault, and their authenticity was confirmed by experts. With the discovery of the stolen diamonds, the authorities were able to track down more of Notarbartolo's accomplices. The investigation revealed that Notarbartolo had not acted alone. He had been part of a larger network of thieves who had assisted in the heist. The police identified several individuals involved, including some of Notarbartolo's trusted associates, who had helped orchestrate the theft and transport the stolen goods. One of the most surprising aspects of the heist was how Notarbartolo and his team managed to evade detection for so long. Despite the scale of the crime, they were able to cover their tracks by using multiple disposable phones and fake identities. They even went as far as to install hidden cameras inside the Diamond Center to monitor the security systems, giving them real-time access to the vault's security measures. The police investigation spanned multiple countries as they worked to track down the stolen goods and bring Notarbartolo and his associates to justice. They followed the trail of evidence across Europe, from Belgium to Italy, and even France. Along the way, they uncovered more clues that pointed to the involvement of several other criminals in the heist. However, despite their best efforts, much of the stolen loot remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the authorities were able to apprehend Notarbartolo and several of his accomplices. Notarbartolo was arrested in 2005, and after a lengthy trial, he was convicted of orchestrating the Antwerp Diamond Heist. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison for his role in the crime. However, the loot was never fully recovered. While some of the diamonds were found, many are believed to have been smuggled out of the country or hidden in secret locations. In the aftermath of the heist, questions continued to linger. How could a vault that was designed to be virtually impenetrable have been breached so easily? Why was so much of the stolen loot never recovered? And could there have been an even larger conspiracy at play, involving not just criminals, but even people within the diamond trade itself? These questions remain unanswered to this day. As for Leonardo Notarbartolo, he continues to deny his involvement in the heist, despite the overwhelming evidence against him. In interviews from prison, he has maintained his innocence, claiming that he was framed. But the evidence, including surveillance footage, cell phone records, and the diamonds found in his possession, paints a clear picture of his involvement. His claims of innocence have done little to convince the authorities or the public. Despite his conviction, the Antwerp Diamond Heist remains one of the most baffling and daring robberies in history. It serves as a reminder of the lengths criminals will go to in order to steal valuable goods, and the sometimes murky nature of the diamond trade itself. The heist's impact on the security of the diamond industry was profound, leading to major changes in the way diamond centers and vaults are secured today. However, for many, the most intriguing part of the story remains the fate of the stolen diamonds. Where are they now? Some believe they are hidden in secret locations, buried deep within the mountains of Italy, while others think they may have been sold on the black market to unknown buyers. The full truth may never be known, but the legacy of the Antwerp Diamond Heist continues to captivate the imagination of true crime enthusiasts around the world.